large. The larger, the better. And we're talking about a minimum of 14, if not 16 to 18 millimeters in the common iliac vein. And then the patient needs to be anticoagulated, just as if you were to treat that patient de novo with anticoagulation for the same duration and the same protocol.
In the long term that you would find, what's your preference now? Is to go on with low molecular weight heparins once per day, or to switch to the
you want to just use the microphone?
Oh, sorry. So I agree with you that long term in overall picture is better than short term. Of course, you have individual patients, but since you decide that, now you prefer to go ahead with low molecular weight heparins once per day subcutaneously, or to switch to the warfarin, to the oral anticoagulant
For DVT?
for DVT, yes.
Yeah.
When you are
Well,
treating,
to put things into perspective, low molecular weight heparin is very expensive in the United States. So if we were to treat a patient for 1 week with low molecular weight heparin, it would cost in the neighborhood of $1,000. And many insurance companies won't cover that unless there's an absolute contraindication. Yes, that's right. Unless there's an absolute contraindication to vitamin K antagonists. So we're stuck with the use of vitamin K antagonists. In the pregnant patient that we're treating, obviously those young women go on low molecular weight heparins.
Tony, can I just pick up on that comment? What happens in the States then about a patient who has got underlying malignancy? Will that then be funded with respect to low molecular weight heparin?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. I haven't had problems in the patients that we've identified an underlying malignancy in treating that patient with low molecular weight heparin.
Roger.
The question it comes straight out of the cost of low dose heparin in the States. I can't believe it. So Jonathan, I think, is costing us about £1 a day, which is what, a fraction. Okay, I don't know how many. Must be about 1,000 times different. Now the question is, gentlemen, where's that money going? I mean, who's pocketing that vast profit?
Have you seen his car?
I think we'll let the Americans take the question with respect.
Listen, I'm proposing operating. I'm not proposing medication. Lowell's the one with the medication.
Joe, you're the expert on this long-term prophylaxis. Roger wants to know what you're doing with the money.
Well,
which Swiss bank account?
But I have several tactics. And the first tactic is there are certain insurance. See, this is state by state, and we have a terrible insurance plan. I'm insured by the hospital because I'm a so-called government worker, but we actually have it covered. So a lot of insurance plans cover it. That's number one. Number two is that if you can show that you're below a certain income, and it's below $50,000 with dependents, you can get free drug through the companies, and so that's another mechanism. The third mechanism is there are several sources in Canada where I have a number of patients on lifelong anticoagulation with cancer, and so there's some centers in Canada which are less expensive.
Well, I've just realized how President Obama couldn't fund his health service.
That's probably true. I don't even want to go there, Roger.
But may I give a quick comment on this low molecular weight heparin indication? I mean, we have 3 indications for that. One is very simple. If we have a patient with acute DVT, we have to have low molecular weight for overlapping until they are in the right range of the INR for vitamin K antagonists. That's usually 5 to 7 days. The other indication is, but that's based on the design of the trials we have in varicophlebitis or thrombophlebitis, and the Callisto study has shown 45 days of low molecular weight heparin is better than placebo. That doesn't mean that vitamin K antagonists could make it as well. But I mean, this is the evidence. So, and the third group is cancer patients for 3 months on low molecular weight heparins. That's expensive in the US. However, and I want to ask the other panel members, the main evidence comes from the CLOT study. And the CLOT study had